Okay, so we're gonna go to chapter 9, VLANs or virtual LAN. This chapter will provide info and commands concerning the following topic. So we're gonna create static VLAN. Okay, we're gonna assign ports to VLAN. We're gonna assign the range for multiple range, and we're gonna configure voice VLAN. And then we're gonna verify VLAN information and switch, how to save VLAN, erase VLAN, and some configuration example. Okay, so creating static VLAN occurs when a switch port is manually assigned by the admin. Okay, so when you say static, it's not dynamically learned. It is something that you have to do it manually. Okay, static, manual. Now, usually sa training, we have a PowerPoint. Okay, so I'm going to be using PowerPoint. So it will be more professional. Okay, VLANs. We're going to talk about role of VLAN, how to create trunks, how to configure VLANs, and troubleshoot common admin tasks when it comes to VLANs. First we discussed LAN design previously, no? Then we had basic switch concept. Then dito tayo sa path na to, no? VLAN, and then we're gonna go inter VLAN or spanning tree. I think di pa tayo nag-spanning tree. And then lastly, virtual trunking protocol. And then last topic ng switching is yung wireless, no? Very last, chapter 23. So, some requirements of local area network. Try to imagine you have 24 ports. In 24 ports, you have two different departments, sales, marketing, and management. Now, most manager traffic should not be visible sa sales team, okay, for security reason, and to split up broadcast storm. So that's one of the requirements. When you say broadcast storm, this is a packet that you receive unintentionally. It's not meant for you, okay? So we need to make a more specific and efficient receiving of, let's say, frames, no? To make good use of bandwidth. Kasi if not, no, we will be receiving a lot of frames which is not necessarily sa traffic natin. No? Another requirement is people in the same department, they need to communicate. Okay? They need to be isolated sa isang VLAN. Meaning, not other departments should be able to see them. Okay? Another requirement is security. So we have to restrict access by certain users to some areas of the LAN. Let's say 10 users lang will belong to VLAN 100. Another requirement, you need to provide a way of, for different areas of LAN to communicate with each other. Let's say Active Directory traffic. Okay? It should not be SSH combined with SSH. So when you do SSH, you can change configuration. Wherein, ang requirement lang naman ng user is to be authenticated sa domain controller, right? So dapat, separate natin yung web traffic, SSH traffic, FTP traffic from Active Directory. Kasi hindi naman lang kailangan yun. Okay? So, solution doon is using router. Dahil router divide broadcast storm, no? Let's say, this is the broadcast storm, super traffic, let's say lahat ng user. Almost every day is trying to connect to salesforce.com. No? They're trying to update username, purchases, and some other information. Where in subnet 2 is more management. Let's say SSH, FTP, and PATI. No? Let's say you would like to configure interface. Okay, so if they will be combined, try to imagine the combined broadcast. So this will create a huge inefficient local area network. So solution doon, we need to divide the LAN. So ano yung device na nag-divide sa LAN? Router. Okay? Router separates broadcast domain. Okay? Switch separates collision domain. Tandaan niyo sa exam. Use routers to link the subnet. Let's say subnet 10 and subnet 2. Okay? So how will you make them separate. Yun nga, maglalagay ka dito ng broadcast ng route. So, solution is using router, but, so there's a big but there, ng BUT. Routers, very expensive. No? Try to imagine your purpose is just to separate the traffic. It's so expensive. So expensive. And usually routers are slower than switches. Okay? Most switches ngayon is 10 gig. Okay? 10 gig nakakonect sa servers and 1 gig sa mga PC. Ang routers, nabihira lang yung 10 gig sila. Even if you have 10 gig, it's going to be very expensive interface. Tandaan nyo, there's only 2 interfaces usually. Pwede rin 4 or more. It depends on your requirements. Subnets are restricted to limited physical areas. So when you say in Manila, kasi nasa loob ng office ninyo, that subnet can only be accessed within that local area. Okay? So let's say meron kayong counterpart sa US, then meron kayong counterpart sa United Kingdom. How will they communicate with you? Let's say nandito yung file server, and taga US and Canada need to access certain file from here. It's gonna be difficult. No? So that's why subnets are inflexible. Okay? Hindi pwedeng mangyari, let's say, 192.168.1, tapos dito 192.168.1. Hindi pwede mangyari yun. Dahil rule of thumb, our first interface should have totally different subnet from different interfaces. Okay? Never sila magkakapareho. Okay? So that's why subnets are inflexible. Anybody, bakit hindi flexible ang subnet? Kasi you cannot have two subnet, same subnet on two different interfaces. Lagi magkaiba yan. So solution doon is to use VLAN. Okay? So our first solution, VLAN membership can be by function, not by location. So even if you're in Philippines, USA, or Canada, you can communicate to each other. Okay? You can send same traffic. You can probably use the same storage dito. No? The rest of the world can access that storage using VLAN. Okay? So let's say VLAN 1 can broadcast traffic dito lang sa area na to, but not on this area. Right? So dito, somehow nagkaroon ng segmentation na tinatawag. Okay? VLANs managed by switches. Who manage VLAN? Switch. Nasa loob ng switch. Router needed for communication between VLAN. So let's say, I would like to communicate dito sa VLAN 2. So how will I do that? Okay, let's say nandito ako sa VLAN 3. Okay, then I need to communicate dun sa VLAN 1 kasi nandito yung file server. And then nandito naman yung users. How is it possible? So pag nandito, may VLAN ng, let's say, Active Directory dito, VLAN 100, VLAN 100. This one will be trunk, VLAN 100. Okay, so magiging trunk session. VLAN, all hosts in the VLAN have addresses in the same subnet. So meaning, a VLAN is a subnet. One VLAN, one subnet. And dahil sa exam, how many VLANs sa isang subnet? Isa lang. One VLAN, one subnet. Okay? In practice, ganito yung ginagawa namin. Let's say, IP address here is .1, .0. No? So, gagawin namin, hindi naman 0. So, 10. So, VLAN 10. Okay? So, we're following the subnet. Kung ito naman naging subnet 11, so VLAN 11. Para hindi ka kagad maubusan. Kung ito naman naging subnet 12, yung third octet, sa VLAN 12. Okay?
Sir, medyo mahina din yung audio niyo.
audio? Mahina? Okay. Sige, sige. Good thing you told me. So, adjust ko audio ko. Kasi nag-shift ako sa headset. Yan, just let me know kung mahina. So, hello. O nga, no? Ang baba, oh. So, adjust ko. 67 ba? 67. Hello, mic test. Hello, mic test. Testing. Baba nga, no? Ganun. Testing.
Okay lang sa akin, sir.
Kasi dalawa yung mic ko. Sandali, dalawa kasi yung mic. Tatanggalin yung isa.
Yung tinanggal ko na yung Vega. Ayan, lumakas. Oh. Lumakas ano? Hello, mic test.
Sir, lumakas siya.
Lumakas. Dalawa pala.
Sir.
Malakas. Kasi pumapalo na siya.
Lakas.
100%. Nakakabingi na to, pare. Adjust ko lang para hindi mo pa mabasag ang eardrum nyo, pare. Dalawa palang mic nakabukas. Okay, yan. Hello, mic.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Hello,
please.
yes.
Pwede po ba maka-record dito?
Na-press ko na yung recording. Recording na tayo.
Okay na rin.
Okay. Recording na. Okay? Pero huwag kayo magre-rely sa recording kasi dati na-cancel ko yung recording. The whole session, hindi na-record. Yan, tama yan. Remind nyo. No? Minsan, nalilimutan ko. Okay, running ang recording. So, meron pa isa hindi maka-join daw. Up to 100 session to eh. No, so nagbabayad kami dito. Sino pa ba hindi nakaka-join? Ezekiel, ayan, welcome Ezekiel. Can you hear me? Kumusta audio nyo, sir? Malinaw. Nakamute kayo, sir. Yan. Na-adjust ko lang headset ko. Okay, let's continue. Ganun ano, let me know kung medyo mahina audio. Baka mamaya, dalawang mic pala na pasok ko. Ayan, malakas na yung palo, 90%. Arctis to, pare, Arctis 5. So, 8,000 mic to. So, kailangan good quality. Yan, okay. So, sana tayo. Yan. Broadcasts are kept within the same VLAN. A VLAN is a broadcast storm. So, meaning, if you have VLAN 100, all
Sir,
traffic...
excuse.
Go ahead, sir.
Sir, pa-repeat nga yung explanation dun sa may notepad yung meron.
Okay. Good. So, ganito concept natin. Kung by design, if you're gonna be an architect, you need to make a simple VLAN concept. Kumbaga, VLAN principle. When you define the subnet, let's say itong subnet na to, 8. Ideally, VLAN should be 8. Okay? Pero you will see something like VLAN 250, mga ganyan. No? So, okay lang yan. But it will be more difficult to interpret para sa mga net engineer. That means we need to refer sa Excel spreadsheet namin. Okay? So, ideally, dapat kung ano itong subnet na to, yun din ang VLAN niya. No? Pero ang VLAN kasi hanggang dito sa ano natin, up to 255. Pero imposible ka namang magkaroon ng subnet 255 dito. Diba? Hindi naman mangyayari. Kasi hanggang 254 ka lang. So, kung 10 yan, ideally, 10 mo na lang to simplify. No? So that means, anybody sitting on 10 dot something, sila lang makaka-receive ng traffic. Okay? So they'll be the one to receive the frame. Okay? Tawag ng frame. Whether your IP is .2, .3, .4, .5, reachable ka. Okay? The moment na nagbago ng VLAN, no, ideally, dapat different din ng subnet. Kasi, once your computer is sitting on 10, you won't be able to ping 11. Okay? Unless you have a router. So, yun ang concept niya. No? Clear ba yan? Clear? Any question?
Okay na, sir. Ayun ang masagot
Okay.
na yung matagal na tanong sa buhay ko.
Yan, sige. Okay, next. The switch has separate MAC address table for each VLAN. So, kung meron kang isang VLAN, open ko yung packet tracer. Packet tracer. Open na natin packet tracer so I can make a actual talaga demonstration natin. So, kung ako sa inyo, buksan nyo. Pero, maganda manood muna kayo na so you can understand. So, I'm gonna drag at least 2 switches. Yeah. And then, ito medyo maliit to eh. No? So, Problema dito, hindi ko ma-magnify ito eh. So en to go inside. To show the MAC address, you have to type show MAC dash press tab. Okay, so as of now, tingnan nyo walang laman, di ba? Walang laman yung MAC address ko. Okay, so blanco. Bakit walang laman? Kasi wala pang device na nakapasok. Show MAC address table. Wala pang device. Okay? But if you'd like to check the VLANs, ito naman yung command. Show VLAN. Yan. So, meron ka ditong default VLAN 1. Okay? So, which means all interfaces has been assigned to the default VLAN. So, meaning, when you purchase a switch, lahat ng mga interface, nasa 1 lang yan. Okay? So, later on, we're gonna create different VLAN. Layer 2 switch cannot route between VLANs. So that means you need layer 3. So when you say layer 2, it is forwarding frames only. Okay, physical MAC address. VLAN numbers, when you say VLAN, default LAN. All ports start in this LAN. VLANs 1002 and 1005 is created for token ring, which is the very old networking technology created by IBM. Ayun siya. 1002 to 1005. Okay? Created by IBM token ring yan. So, hindi na ginagamit yan. Wala na kasing token ring ngayon. Naabutan ko pa to 30 years ago. Ginagamit namin napakalaking port na the fastest you can have is 10 megabit. Okay? So, useless. Numbers 2 to 1000 can be used for new VLAN. So, doon tayo gagawa. Well, it depends. Pag ang model ng catalyst mo is 2960, no, which is our catalyst, you can only create 255 VLANs. Limited kasi ito. Okay? Pero sa exam, you can have possible of up to 4,094 VLANs. Na? Extended. Tingnan nyo, paano naging extended? Kasi nagtapos siya sa 1,005. Okay? So, hindi pwedeng gamitin ito. Okay? So, what can you use? You can start 2 up to 255. Okay? And then, since meron press space bar nyo, may 1,005 na, so 1,006 susunod dito. VLAN info is stored sa database. Pangalan database, VLAN ... nasa flash. Okay? So, sa actual switch, when you type show VLAN, lalabas yung database. So, ito tayo. Dito kasi hindi kasi lalabas dito. If you type show flash colon, usually nandito yung VLAN pero wala eh. Kasi simulator lang ito. So, inside of flash, nandito yung ating iOS. Parang Cisco, Apple iOS. No? Yung Internet Network Operating System. So, yan ang ating iOS. Okay. So, if you type dear flash colon, ayun, ayun. So, pareho lang yan. Show flash, dear flash. Each switch port intended for an end device configure to belong to a VLAN. So, meaning isang Ethernet is one VLAN. No? So, ideally, let's say, 24 ports mo. No? Yung first two, VLAN 10. So, meaning, isang port, isang interface, isang VLAN. Okay? Unless you make it as a trunk. Any device connecting to that port belongs to the port's VLAN. Let's say, VLAN 10 lang yung LAN cable mo. Hanggang VLAN 10 lang siya kung access. No? Unless you create a trunk ulit. So, trunk meaning you can have many VLANs in a single LAN cable. No? There are other ways of assigning VLAN, but this is now the normal way. No? Ports that link switches can be configured as trunk. Okay? So, meaning switch to switch, trunk yun. So pag ginawa akong ganito, okay, dalawa yung switch ko, di ba? So if I connect port number 1 to port number ng kabilang switch, trunk to. Okay? Pero if I connect PC, no, to a switch, pag kinonect ko yun sa switch, access VLAN tawag dito. Ng access trunk. So what do you mean by access? Access is intended for single VLAN device, meaning computer lang. No? Trunk, no, can transmit multiple VLAN. Pwede mag-transmit yan ng napakadaming VLAN. Types of VLAN. So there are about 5. Data. Okay, so when you say data, dito tumatakbo yung mga files. Okay, so let's say ito, magsisend ng file dito sa kabilang server. Okay, so data VLAN. Okay. Next is voice VLAN. So in a setup like this, let's say you have a voice over IP. Okay, merong IP phone. If you're gonna create another connectivity, no? Tong VoIP na to, meron tong switch sa likod, sa likuran niya, no? So ganito yung tsura niya. Ito yung likod niya. Yan. So you can see there's a switch and the one is going to PC. So that means this can be connected sa switch, then this can be connected sa PC. Now this won't turn on unless you plug the power. So do not forget to plug the power. No? Yan. So kukonect ko tong device na to sa, let's say, nakita mo yung switch. Okay, yan. So dito, tumatakbo voice VLAN. Now, bakit ka na mag-VLAN? Kasi ito nga, as you can see, you're utilizing 2 interfaces. So it's a waste of interface. Try to imagine sa table mo, dalawang kable. Isang computer connected sa switch, isang telephone. So nasasayang, di ba? Nasasayang. So ang gagawin mo, kukunin mo to, papasok mo to sa PC, sa IP phone. So ganyan mangyayari niyan. Okay? So sa isang lamesa mo, nandun na yung telephone, andun na rin yung computer mo. So tawag dito, magiging ano to? Voice VLAN and data VLAN. Okay? So paano mangyayari yun, di ba? Kasi kung naglagay ka ng VLAN dito, paano masasend yung data over the voice wire? No? So this one is capable of trunking na tinatawag. Ano ulit trunk? It can transmit multiple VLAN. No? Dalawang VLAN pwede yan. Next type of VLAN is management VLAN. So if you would like to connect via this one, CLI, console, you need to SSH. Okay? So paano ka mag-SSH? Diba? So let's say may computer dito. Another computer dito. So let's say a network engineer, he need to connect to a different VLAN, which is normally a VLAN 1. No? Or fast Ethernet 2 pero VLAN 100. Management switch. So that means you won't be able to ping this one. Okay? Pero kayo, kayang iping ni net engineer. Then meron default and meron native. So explain ko yan. So okay, tandaan nyo lang sa exam, data VLAN carries, for example, files, emails, shared apps. Walang SSH. Okay? It could carry internet traffic such as email, browsing the internet. No? And data VLAN separate VLAN for each group of users. No? Let's say sales, marketing, and management. Voice VLAN used with IP phone. Phone access switch. So yung phone na yan, siya yung nasa gitna. Okay? Kasi may switch sa likod and meron din connectivity sa PC. Okay? Management VLAN has the switch IP address. So mapiping niya IP address ng layer 2. Ngayon question, paano napiping layer 2? Dahil ang IP address is layer 3. No? So gagawa tayo ng VLAN. Lalagyan natin ng IP address. Okay? So why do you need to put IP address? So you can SSH. And you can use telnet. Okay? And you can put web server. So you can access via web. Okay? So in short, management lang. No? Walang traffic related sa users. Walang traffic related sa marketing. no? Yung mga PowerPoint, no? So separate traffic to. Better not use VLAN 1 dahil by default VLAN 1 is defined. So tawag namin dito black hole. No, anybody sitting on this hole can be accessed by attackers. Delikado 'yon. So you need to change this one to something else. When you say native VLAN, okay, VLAN is identified by a tag in the frame. So merong tagging dito. Okay? Let's say you would like to purchase sa SM ng item, no? So gamitin mo credit card. So tatag mo to purchase credit card, no? Tapos to buy naman food, cash mo na lang. So, saan gagamitin ko pag if I'm gonna buy food? Cash o credit card? Anybody? Cash, no? Kasi tinag ko, if I'm gonna buy food, sabi ko cash ko, no? Hindi ko credit card kasi baka malaki interest, di ba? Ganun. So, ganoon ang VLAN native, no? Native VLAN does not have a tag. Wala tong tag. Okay? VLAN can be identified as a tag. Pero dito, yung old VLAN, walang tagging. So, hindi ka pwede mag-properly VLAN. Then, static VLAN, manually configured by admin, can be done using command line interface, and can also learn from different switches. If port is put on VLAN, and VLAN does not exist, then VLAN is created. So, VTP naman to, sinasabi dito. So, we're gonna have a different topic dyan. So, static VLAN, ganito mag-define. So, kukopihin ko lang yun dito sa board. So, gagawa ko ng static VLAN. Yan. Lakihan natin. Saan na yung magnifier ko? Yan, gagawa ko ng VLAN. Okay? Saan pumasok? 18. So, gusto niya 18, no? May, di makita. Ayan, yan. 18. So, configuration terminal. Pasok sa, pero pakita ko muna, pakita ko. Show IP int brief. No? So, interfaces yan. 01. Then 18, unused. No? Walang unsigned, down, down. Kasi walang connectivity 18. Okay? So, yun lang. Show IP int brief. To check the config, show run. As you can see, walang configuration, walang laman. Wala pang IP address, wala pang speed duplex, and so on. So, punta tayo sa interface 18. Okay? Okay, so anong gustong pagawa dito? So, nandito yung lang. Switch port mode access. That means this VLAN will be in access mode. Okay, meaning one VLAN lang. Then switch port access VLAN 20. So, doon nag-assign. Okay? Switch port access VLAN 20. Hirap naman ito. Lumaki. Yan. So, pakita ko do show. So, magdo-do kayo. IP int VLAN. Once you're inside the interface. Do show IP int brief. Okay, as you can see, sorry. Do show VLAN pala. As you can see, yung port 18, sang VLAN? Sa 1. So, gagawa ko VLAN 20 dito. Anong gusto niya? 20. Na? Gagawa ko ng VLAN 20. Okay? Then, yung port 18 na yan, lilipat sa VLAN 20. Okay? So, paano gawin yon? Switch port. Access VLAN 20. So, sabi dito, access VLAN does not exist. Hence, it will create a VLAN. Pero kung do show mo, hindi pa yan na-create. Ay, hindi, na-create pala. Ayun na, na-create na. Tapos na. 18. Okay? So, ganun lang, ano? Sapa. I-move ko yung interface 5 papunta sa VLAN 20. So, ano command? Anybody help me? Anybody help me? Gusto ko i-move ang port number 5 sa VLAN 20. Cursor up lang! Okay, so pasok ulit sa interface 5. Ganun lang, ano? And then, switch port, access, VLAN 20. Ganun sa exam, sa interview. How do you manage VLAN membership. Lagay mo yung number 5 sa VLAN 20. Ano command? Switch port access VLAN 20. Ganun lang, na? So, pasado na na-answer niyo yung question na yan, pasado na kayo. So, how do you verify if interface 5 is on VLAN 20? Anybody? Dali, gamitin yung mic nyo. How do I check kung yung interface 5 nasa VLAN 20?
So, bilang.
Galing! Magdo-do ka, tol. Nasa loob tayo, ha? Pag nasa labas, wala na. Oh. Tapos. Okay? Ganun lang mag-assign, ha? Ito pa, exam question. Gusto ko yung port number 2 up to, sige, in-skip ko na kasi yung 5, 6 to. Port number 6 hanggang port number 17. Yan. Gusto ko i-move sa VLAN 20. Anybody, help me. Port number 6 to 17. Gusto ko lumipat sa VLAN 20. Anybody, dali.
Interface range.
Yun! Galing! Interface. Ito shortcut, RA. Meaning range yan. Pag pinress tab ko, ayaw. RA, fast ethernet, 0 slash 6 ba? 6 to 17. Oh, tapos, yan lang yan, tol. Interface range. Okay? Anybody, I wanna verify. Do, show, VLAN. Ayun, oh. Ay, teka, bakit hindi lumipat? Sandali. Anong maligo? Ay, hindi pala ako nag-switch port mode. Switch port, access, VLAN 20. Okay, check na natin. Do, show, VLAN. Yun, bumaba na, tol. Interface 6 to 17 has been assigned to 20. Okay? Paano ko babalik? Babalik ko, gusto ko lahat to. Interface 5 to 18. Anybody? Babalik ko sa VLAN 1. Babalik ko sa VLAN 1.
No.
Ha? Interface, range, fast ethernet, 0 slash, ano ba yung gusto ko? 5 to 18.
17.
Talaga, lahat, 18. Yan lang. And then, anong command yun? Yung exam
Switch
question?
port.
Switch port,
VLAN.
access, VLAN. Then, kung anong number ng VLAN?
20.
Okay? Yun, umakit na yan. So, do show, VLAN. Umakit na yan. Ay, ito problema dito, tol. You need to reboot. Kasi binalik mo dun binalik mo siya Or, ito problema niya. Tama, i-end ko Show VLAN natin O baka hindi pa bumabalik. Diba? Baka hindi bumabalik. Kailangan i-delete mo yung VLAN, tol. No? VLAN 20. Oo. No VLAN 20. Didelete mo yan. Didelete ko na. Do show VLAN. Okay? Nawala. Yan ang problema dyan, tol. Ba't tayo bumalik? You need to wait for 10 minutes bago bumalik, tol. Tingnan mo, Asan yung port? Nawawala. Sino kumuha? Holy crap. Nawawala. Hindi. Sakit niya yan. Sakit niya yan. Kahit anong gawin mo, wala. Okay? Magantay ka na lang ng few seconds. Pero let's say, paano kung gagawin sa VLAN uli? Gagawa akong 20 uli. E di ganun uli. Interface, fast ethernet, 0/18. No? And then switch port, mode, access. Tapos, switch port, access, VLAN, let's say 10 naman. Sige na nga, 20 na lang. Okay, nag-create ulit. Do show VLAN. Do show VLAN. Ayun, bumalik. Bumalik. No? Kanina di ba nawala yan? Bumalik siya. So, ganun lang May nagchat-chat. Ayan. Okay, next, voice VLAN. So, how do you create a VLAN? So, dito, we go fast Ethernet 18. Remember kanina, he belongs to 20. Okay, so that means this is data VLAN. And then gagawa tayo ng voice VLAN na 150. Two separate traffic. Okay? So paghihiwalay natin yung traffic na yan. Saan gagawin yon? Sa port 18. So, papakita ko muna sa inyo na hindi sila nagpiping. So, I'm gonna put an IP address dito. I'm gonna put an desktop IP. Let's say 10.0.0.1. Default gate. Wala mo ng router. Sa blanco lang. 10.0.0.1. Okay. Yeah. And then this one. 10.0.0.2. Okay. So 255. Okay. Yan. So, bakit ito nakaganon? Patay. Palitan nga natin. Baka sira yung kable. So, minsan ganyan yan eh. Patay siya eh. Oh. So, delete nyo to. Yan, delete nyo lang. Okay? Maglagay kayo isa pang PC. Huwag nyo man gawin ha. Demo lang to, demo. Pasok nyo sa interface 2. Yan. O yan, malinis na. Minsan ganyan eh, naghahang yung PC. Pati ba naman dito naghahang pa. So, lagyan natin ng IP. IP address, interface, static. Okay, walang gateway, wala pa namang router. So let's examine. Show VLAN. So, VLAN 8. VLAN 20. No, 18. Nasa na 18. Yan. VLAN 20. Ngayon, pinasok ko to. Rerekta ko muna dito. Rerekta ko muna sa interface 4. Nasa VLAN 1. Ito rin nasa VLAN 1. So that means, reachable. Okay, pingable. Okay, ako yan. Napiping ko sarili ko, syempre. Piniping ko naman yung kabila. Ngayon, dapat reachable yan kasi wala namang VLAN eh. No? Ngayon, tawag dito learning PAL learning. Pagbigyan natin, learning of MAC address pa yan. So ito, VLAN 1 lang to. Flat lang to. No? Mamaya, lilipat natin dito. No? So ilang seconds ng learning? 30 seconds. Ayun. Okay na. Nag-green na. Nag-green na. So, pingable na yan. Dito. Minsan baliktad to. Ping minus T. Para hindi sila masu. Okay? Reachable. Malinaw ha. Malinaw. Pingable. Pingable ito dito. Kasi wala namang VLAN. Diba? So, sinong nasa VLAN? 18. Port 18 nasa VLAN 20. Okay? So, I'm gonna separate the traffic. So, paano gagawin ko? Lilipat ko lang to sa port 18. So, physically, bubunutin ko. Ayun, namatay na. Okay? Na-separate na natin yung broadcast domain. Ngayon, sir, kailangan ko maping kasi yung PC3. Paano yun? Then, dapat dito, may VLAN din. Lalagyan mo ng VLAN din. Okay? So, paano maglagay? Anybody, tulungan nyo ako. Kayo naman, conf-t. Pasok sa anong interface. Gusto ko maping to. Kasi ito, nasa VLAN 20 na eh. Di ba port VLAN 20 yan? VLAN 20. So, lilipat lang natin yung user sa VLAN 20. No? So, configure ko din. Tingnan nyo ha. Pero first of all, saan ba nakakabit to? Tanggalin ko muna. Lagay ko ulit sa 18. Lagay ko sa 18. Yan ha, 18. Para uniform. Yan. So, as of now, hindi reachable. Kasi nga, wala sa proper VLAN. Okay? Anybody help me? So, ano gagawin ko una? Anybody? Para maging pingable siya. So, pasok sa interface, fast Ethernet 18 kasi nasa port 18, doon ko pinasok. Then, switch port, mode access.
Switch port.
Oh, access. No? Paano ba? So, i-add ko yung port 18 sa VLAN 20. Anong command yan? Switch port, access, VLAN
20.
20. Tingnan nyo ha, tingnan. Ito,
VLAN
isa.
20.
Dalawa. Pareho, may echo pa. Parang tayo nawawawi nito. Oh, in-enter ko na, tol. In-enter ko na. Ilang seconds bago mag-recover? 30 seconds. Bilang kayo ng 30. 20. 21. 22. Ito yan, oh. Yan, oh. Ano tawag dito? Learning pa, learning. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Eh, learning pa. 21, 22, 23. So may recovery time, no? The moment you change settings, 30 seconds yan. 31. Uy, green na, green na, green na. So dapat ba pingable yan? Dapat pingable. Oo, dapat pingable yan. Teka, ba't di pa napiping? Bakit di lang na-refresh? Dapat reachable na yan. Kita natin. Laki kasi. Reachable ka na, ba't di ka pa reachable? Parang VLAN na yan eh. Ayun, ayun. Tama, tama. O bakit hindi pingable? Kasi nga, hindi ko pala na-configure trunk to. So, tandaan niyo sa trabaho. Kailangan trunk yan bago tumawid yung kasi nag-VLAN 20 to, di ba? VLAN 20. Ngayon, verify nga natin kung nasa VLAN 20 nga. Do show VLAN. Yung 18 na, ayan, malinaw, 18. Nasa VLAN 20. Okay? Ito, nasaan to? Ulitin ko, 18. Ayan, nasa 18 na. So, how will you know kung merong user support 18? Show IP in brief. Show IP in brief. Punta ka na 18, press spacebar. Ayun yung up po. So that means connected na yung switch sa PC. No? Another way is show MAC address. MAC address table. Tingnan mo, port 18. Ay, wala pa. Hindi pa nalalearn. So learning pa lang yan. No? Learning pa lang yan. Ayan, oh. Ayan, ayan, green na. Kasi hindi na-register yung VLAN 20 na nandun yung port 18 eh. Ulit-ulit. Dapat lumabas yan. Antayin mo, antayin nyo. 30 seconds yan. Okay? Hindi yung piping kasi layer 2 nga yan. Ito na, tatrunk ko na. Tatrunk ko na to. So, tagal naman. Check ko lang kung tama yung IP. Ay, kaya lang pala, wala pa. Ano nga sa IP? Ba't wala? Ay, hindi. Gateway pala yun. Ayan, tama. 10.002.25. Tama, tama. So, dapat pingable, no? So, ganun lang. Lalagyan nyo lang ng IP address to. So, na. PC. Interface. Tama. 10.0.0. Tama. Dapat pingable yan. Okay. 2. Okay. Ngayon question, bakit di pingable? Anybody? Anybody? Kasi hindi pa nakatrunk. Okay, tatrunk ko na. Tatrunk ko na. So, ayan, yan. Tatrunk ko na. Gusto makita nyo lahat. Para nyo. Nakita nyo? Nag-up yung interface 4.
Nilabas yung sasakyan? Ano yung deliver?
Show IP in brief. Port 18. Up na. Up na. Ito na. Trunk ko na. Configuration. Anong port pala yun? Sandali. 2. Port number 2. No? Configuration terminal. Interface. Fast Ethernet 02. Switch port. Mode. Trunk. Okay? So, paano mag-trunk? Switch port mode trunk. So, naka-trunk na yan. Paano i-check? How do you check? Do, show, run. Ayun, no? Port number 2. Trunk na. Okay? Naka-trunk na tong si switch 0. Okay, isa pa. Switch 0 yan eh. Switch 1. What about switch 1? Naka-trunk na ba? How do you verify kung naka-trunk? Show, run.
Go run.
Oh, wala. Oh. Wala palang configuration. Kaya hindi gagana talaga yan. No? Okay? So, configure nyo pa rin kabilang end. Configuration terminal, interface 02, switch port, mode. Ito na. Tinrank ko na pareho. Do show run, naka-trunk na yan. Ewan ko lang kung tatawid pa yan. Oo, trunk na siya. Okay? Ngayon, ba't di pa rin maping? You need to allow. So, may command dyan para i-allow, no? So, babalikan natin yan mamaya. Okay? Tutuloy ko na yung lesson ko. Saan yung magnify? Yan. Okay? So, dynamic, not widely used. Use VLAN membership policy server. Dito, it will be dynamically learned. So, meaning, you need to connect the device, server, and assign VLAN. Okay? Traffic between VLAN. So, layer 2, switch keeps VLAN separate. Router can route between VLAN. So, that means you need router dito. No? It needs to provide default gateway kung saan sila lalabas. Okay? Router on a different subnet, no? Device on different subnet need to be routed. So, kailangan mo na may gateway. Okay? Kung different device. Pero kung same subnet lang naman, no? Hindi mo na kailangan kung same subnet layer 2. So, ang solution doon sa different subnet, layer 3. So, kailangan yung router mo medyo high-end na. No? It can accommodate IP address. Layer 3 is IP address. Layer 2, MAC address. So, trunking, what is trunking? Trunking, both switches have the same 5 VLANs. Let's say, ito, anong difference nito? Ito, let's say VLAN 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So, 5 VLAN. So, sayang yung 4 na interfaces. Ba't di ka na lang mag-trunk? So, sa trunk, tatakbo dito yung 5 VLAN. Okay? Kanina, di ba, tinrank lang natin, pero hindi pa pingable. Di ba? Kasi, meron pang additional config. You need to define which VLAN that will traverse the trunk. No? Tinrank ko lang, pero hindi ko define anong VLAN pa pwedeng tumawid. So, ganito yan. So, trunking for all the VLANs travels between the switches on a shared trunk or backbone. No? So, let's say VLAN 2. Dapat dito may VLAN 2 ngayon. So, para maping tong PC na doon sa kabila na VLAN 2. Yung VLAN 1 naman will have a separate traffic. Tapos, define mo dito. Tawag dito, VLAN tagging. Tag in, tag out. Once na nakita yung destination. So, what is tag? Tag is used to identify VLAN. Tag is added to the frame when it goes in. Okay? Tag will be removed when it leaves the trunk. So, ito yung trunk. Nakita niyo yung red? Trunk yan. So, kesa nagtatag when the frame goes in. So, ito nakita mo yung frame. Let's say PC here. It's gonna go to the port 1. So, dito ka magtatag. Pagpasok, yun yung itatag. Okay? So, let's say tag 20. Dito, tag 20. Yung frame na yun, may header. So, unahan, may tag 20. So, hindi yan maliligaw. Okay? Tag 20. Sa tinatanggal lang tag, when it leaves the trunk. So, dito, tatanggalin mo na. Okay? Tag is removed when it leaves the trunk. Trunk to. Ito, hindi naman to trunk. Okay? So, pagpasok, doon nagtatag. Paglabas, doon nag-aantag. Malinaw. So, ano yung tsura ng tag? So, meron siyang dito, 4-byte. No? FCS. So, destination address, source address, tapos doon ka magtatag. Kaya posibleng maligaw ang VLAN. No? Ang VLAN ID is only 4 kilobyte, meaning you can define VLAN number 2 up to VLAN 4096. Native VLAN, untag frames received on a trunk. Okay? Frame received from native should be untag. Switch will drop tag frames received from native. How do you configure trunk? Interface muna, switch port mode trunk. Okay? Switch. If you would like to implement native, switch port trunk native VLAN. Meaning compatible sa mga lumang switch.
Sir?
Yeah, question. Sige, go ahead.
Sir, ano po bang pinagkaiba ng native sa default?
Ang native, walang no need to tag. No? Lahat doon tumatakbo. Default naman, VLAN 1. To identify the traffic, you need to tag. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so what's the difference between auto and desirable? No? So sa trunk, let's say it's configured as trunk auto or desirable. Okay, so sa kabila, it will be dynamically learned. Matatrunk na rin siya. Okay? Kung ito, ginawa mo switch port mode access, port 18, tapos naka-dynamic, automatic port 18 na to. Okay? Kung ito naka-dynamic auto, whatever VLAN nandito, yun na rin magiging VLAN niya. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin dynamic? Whatever yung VLAN niya, yun ang magiging VLAN niya. Access. What about sa trunk naman? Kasi marami kang gustong patakbuhin. Kailangan dynamic desirable. No? Para kasi kanina hindi natin ma-ping eh. Hindi siya naka-dynamic desirable. No? Another way to create VLAN is create VLAN 20, then lagyan mo label, finance, and assign port, ayun nga, interface, then command switch port mode access for dedicated link, then switch port access VLAN 20 para i-add yung port 14 sa VLAN 20. Okay? Yeah. So these are commands. Show VLAN brief will give you a brief list. Show VLAN summary, yung mga summary, try nyo mamaya na. And so on. To delete a VLAN, yung command kanina, no VLAN 20. Yun lang end. So madidelete to. Any ports still on VLAN 20 will be inactive. Okay? And we'll go back to VLAN 1. Pero the moment na kinrate mo, bumalik, di ba? Okay? So, careful kayo doon. Kailangan no VLAN. No? Then, huwag mo nang gamitin for a while. How do you delete the database? Delete location, which is flash, VLAN dot dot. How do you configure trunk? Let's say, gusto kong patakbuhin yon yung port VLAN 20 dun sa interface 18. No? So, ito yung command. Switch port trunk allowed VLAN add 20. No? Ito, gagawin ko ha. So, tandaan nyo lang, switch port trunk allowed VLAN add. Haba, no? Kasi hindi natin ma-ping, di ba? Ayan, no? Hindi siya ping eh. So, dito tayo sa 1. Kasi, ang problema dito, hindi allowed yung VLAN sa 2. Ayan, no? Naka-trunk nga. Hindi, wala namang allowed. Sige, gawin natin. So, interface 2. Switch port mode trunk. Okay. Switch port trunk allowed VLAN add 20. Okay, 20. So switch 1. Now let's go sa switch 2. Switch 0 pala. Interface fast Ethernet 2. Switch port mode trunk. And switch port trunk allowed VLAN add 20. Okay, naka 20 na yan. Pareho na yan. Ba't pa mag-ping? Show run. Ay, wala pa. Hindi allowed. O, dapat ganito yung tsura niyan. Do show VLAN. Sorry. Do show run. Parang di ko na-add. Ano yan? Show run. Dapat mag-reflect. Hindi nag-reflect. Sa pa. Hindi na-recognize. Save ko nga. WR save. Configuration terminal. Pasok sa interface 2. Switch port. Trunk. Switch port. Allowed. Ano yan? Nalimutan ko. Allowed. Switch port. Trunk allowed. VLAN add 21. So, pag nag-do show run ako, dapat dalawa makita ako. Ba't di lumalabas? Hindi lumalabas. Sige, ulitin ko. 2. Switch port. Nilipat ko na yung 1 sa 99. And then switch port trunk. Allowed. VLAN 20. Do show run. Yun, lumabas oh. Ngayon lang lumabas. Kanina ayaw yan eh. No? Okay, so we have to do this on switch 0 din. Parehas yan. Kasi hindi pa ma-ping. Kailangan ma-ping na yan. Interface to switch port trunk. Native VLAN. Meaning, ano ginagawa ko? Tinatanggal ko sa default VLAN 1. Nilalagay ko sa native VLAN 99. Para yung management can communicate. Then switch port trunk allowed. It's only VLAN 20. Okay, VLAN 20. And show run. Tingnan natin. Yun. Port 2, VLAN 20. Ngayon question, bakit hindi ma-ping pa rin? Bakit hindi ma-ping? Anybody? Dali eh. Examine natin. Baka mali naman yung pilaso. Dapat 2 ito. Dapat 2. Tanggalin ko ha. Ay kaya naman pala hindi 2 eh. Sino kumain ng 2? Kaya pala hindi ma-ping. Tanggalin ko muna tong kable na to. Lipat natin sa 6. Okay? Lalagyan ko ng cross. Asa yung 2? Sino kumain ng 2? Ito yata kumain ng 2. Ayun. Yun nga. Yun. Kaya pala hindi mapping. So, check yung sa inyo kinabit. Ito na. Ilang seconds yan? Learning, 30 seconds. 5, 6. So, dapat maging mapping yan ha. Parang VLAN eh. 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14. Up na yung 2. Up na rin yung 18, 21, 22, 23, 24. Tagal mag-green. Dapat mag-green yan. 24. In real life, may orange yung ports ninyo. Pag amber, ayun, nag-green na. So, dynamically learn na. So, dapat pingable na yan. Ayun, oh! Kita nyo? Pinatawid natin data sa VLAN 20. Malinaw. Sa ganun lang, ha? So, ang dami kong chinek, di ba? Una, walang trunking. Nag-create akong trunk. Wala namang VLAN membership na 20. Diba? Papakita ko. Tatanggalin ko. Anong effect nun kung wala? So, const interface 18 eh. Nasa 18 yung PC. Okay, sige. Hindi makita. Ayan. Okay. Lilipat ko sa VLAN 1. Switch port, mode access, switch port, access, VLAN 1. Tinanggal ko yung VLAN niya. So what will happen? 18, ayun, na-disconnect siya. Okay? So let's say may severity 1 kayo. Anong una niyong gagawin? Sa trabaho, do show VLAN, baka naman natanggal sa VLAN to. Anong interface? 18. Punta ka dito. Ito problema. Ba't di makita? Kasi may delay siya eh. So magsususpect kayo. Sandali. Ba't walang 18? Walang membership ang VLAN 8, ang interface 18. Di ba? Nawawala oh. Hindi, ayun na pala. Umakit na. Ayun, lumipat pala sa VLAN 1. Sa trabaho, hindi dapat nasa VLAN 1 yan. Okay? Kasi black hole nga yan. So ano gagawin nyo? How to solve this problem? Sabihin sir, ako yung mga call center agent natin, wala na. Yung mga VDI natin, hindi ma-ping. Anong nangyari, Chris? Don't worry. Move ko lang yung port 80 na yan. Switch port access VLAN 20. Okay, minove ko lang yan. Minove ko lang sa 20. Ilang seconds? Habang nag-aantay kayo, do show VLAN. Tingnan nyo yung port 18. Nasaan na yung 18? Ayun o, bumaba na sa 20. So, magiging pingable yan within 30 seconds. Okay? Sa ganun lang pag troubleshoot. So, real life scenario. Ito yung nangyayari talaga kasi napakagulo ng VLAN eh. Diyan everyday ticket ko dati dito nung net engineer ako, mga 5. Especially pag na-assign kayo sa project nyo. No? O, yun. Okay, tandaan nyo, may downtime yan. 30 seconds. Try to imagine kung mga servers to. No? Laking problema na. Okay, so dito nagkakatalo sa VLAN. By now, you should know how to troubleshoot. Okay, any question? Any question? Okay, dito meron tayong hands-on lab, how to create VLAN tree. Tatype mo lang VLAN tree. No? So, napaka-simple. So, there are 3 ways. Via inside the interface, yung ginawa ko kanina. By creating VLAN, no? VLAN 10. And this one, tatype mo lang yung VLAN number. Okay, so ito yung pangalawang method. Okay. So, conft, pakita ko do show VLAN, meron lang tayong 20. No? Asa yung 30? Wala. Gagawa akong 30. So, VLAN 30. Ganun. Straight ka agad. Yan. Nag-create na ba yan? Do show VLAN. Ayun, nag-create na siya. So, that's the third way. Okay? So, maraming way. Actually, 3 lang pala. 3 na. Then, you have to label the VLAN. So, the name is, the command is name or description. Pwede rin yan. Ito yung ginagawa natin kanina pa. How do you assign ports? So, well documented to. Lahat ng sinabi ko nasa libro. No? So, ito yan. Ito lang yung answer dyan. Switch port access VLAN and VLAN number. No? How do you do range? No? Int ra F0. No? And the range. Yun lang yan. No? So, paglaruan nyo yan, packet tracer. And then, gusto kong ilab nyo voice and data without trust. How do you save? How do you erase, delete, flash, VLAN, that. Yan. So, ito ang ating hands-on for 30 minutes. So, you will be doing this. May isang switch, tapos may isang PC. Yung PC na yun nakakabit dito. Actually, maraming PC to ha. So, tandaan nyo, itong interface, ports number 16 to 24 belongs to VLAN 30. Okay? Subnet 30. Ito naman, subnet 20 belongs to VLAN 20. Subnet 10 belongs to VLAN 10. Okay? So, meron kayong switch may isang PC. So, IP address ng PC, 30.10. Walang gateway kasi wala naman tayong router. No? So, saan nyo ipapasok? Kailangan yung kable, 1624. Kanina, di ba hindi maping? Kasi mali pala yung kable natin. No? And then, magpapasok ka naman ng PC dito. Isa pang PC, papasok mo port number 9, IP address, 10.0.120.10. Tingnan mo, dapat hindi yan magpingan. Okay, malinaw ha? Hindi yan dapat magpingan. Okay, yun lang gagawin niya for 30 minutes. And then, tuloy ko na sa inter-VLAN. Okay, chapter 10, inter-VLAN trunking protocol. Pero tandaan nyo itong lab na to. Hindi, sige, gawin nyo muna to kasi baka malito kayo. Ito yung commands. Yan lang yung mga commands. Na? So, page 256. Page 255. Isa-isayin na lang natin. So, hands-on lab, VLAN, page 255 to 256. Tama ba? So, this one, so simple VLAN, 255. So, yun yung mga commands na up to page, haba pala ito. 258. 258 na. Okay, hanggang din lang 258. Any question? Any question? For 30 minutes. Yeah. So, kung wala ng question, let's perform the hands-on lab. So, stop recording. Stop recording.